Hi, and in these next few slides I'm going to talk you through what NeurOptimal Neurofeedback is and how it works. So we're talking about a brain training technology which is non-invasive, so it's not putting anything in or taking anything out, and it is completely safe and natural because it's harnessing your brain's ability to auto-correct itself. So when we're training the brain, we're also training the nervous system. And what we're helping it do is relearn how to operate at its best. And this is considered the most advanced brain training technology because it is dynamical neurofeedback. It's helping the brain to readjust its activity millisecond to millisecond in real time. And it's based on decades of research and evidence-based practice. So NeurOptimal is training activity across the whole of your brain. And as your brain relearns how to work at its best, you'll often find that symptoms of stress and anxiety or lack of concentration will really start to settle, and sometimes they will dissipate or disappear. So within our brain and nervous system, there's a lot we can do. We have a huge capacity for different experiences, from the deep quiet of meditation to switched on survival states within extreme danger. Across our lives, we become primed for the experiences we have had and those that we are continuing to have. However, we can also become stuck in defensive states, sometimes for many years after the original circumstances have passed. So NeurOptimal is helping your brain to reassess its own activity according to the needs of this present moment now. And it's going to do that repeatedly throughout a brain training session, 256 times per second. That's a lot of opportunity to readjust itself. So in that process, it's disrupting habitual and stuck patterns so that your brain can operate back at its best. In this feedback loop, it will tell you how the process works. At number 1, the person is sitting down with sensors on their head. This is picking up the electrical activity of the brain. This signal is boosted through the Z-amp at number 2 and is fed into the tablet at number 3. Here the software analyzes your brain's activity millisecond to millisecond, and every time your brain's about to do something or just does something significantly different, it will ping back a little break in the audio stream. So the music that the person is listening to will have a little break in it. And to the brain, that is information. So every time your brain is about to do something, the music will skip. The brain does something, the music will skip at that phenomenal rate of 256 times per second. So in that moment of giving it the little skip, your brain will wake up to that and reassess its own activity and make sure it's doing the most efficient thing for that moment. So that's the science behind it, but what does it actually feel like to do it? Well, most people say it feels incredibly relaxing in the moment. They tend to sit there and just relax. You can read, you can snooze. Your brain's basically going to be doing the work for you, so for you it's effortless. But then the ripple effects into life are where the magic happens. People say they start to feel much more grounded and balanced in their lives. They feel a sense of calm. They've noticed emotions are much better regulated, so they can rise to the stresses of life, but things settle back down nicely. Therefore, patterns of reactivity become much less. The stress response becomes moderated. And therefore, the efficiency of their responses is really greatly improved. Resilience to life returns, concentration improves, and energy and drive return. This is how we should be. So the whole system returns to balance and effective functioning so that you can get about your life with ease. So I hope that's answered your questions, but if you have any others, please do get in touch. The email is hello@bodymindbrain.co.uk.